I'm going to go ahead and give an example of some of the concepts that we're discussing about the scanner. So if I want to make a scanner, we know we have to say scanner, give it a name, and then say new scanner and pass in system.in. This will make sense later on, but for now you could just remember this. Now this is going to error out because scanner is a Java class that Java provides, and you have to actually import it into your solution so that you have that code in here. So the way we're going to do that is by adding an import statement up here, and all you have to do is type in import java.util.scanner, and that'll bring in the scanner code so that you can use it and get rid of that error that you were seeing on the right side. So now suppose that you as a programmer have been asked by a customer to create a very, very simple program, and all this program is going to do is ask a user what their name is, ask a user what their last name is, and then ask them what their age is. And once it has all that information, it wants you to print out the user's first name, last name, say hi to them, say hi, so and then tell them how many years it's going to take for them to become 100 years old. So the way we're going to do this is by using these awesome scan methods. So first of all, we're going to want to print out to the user, hey, give me your first name. So we could say here is, what is your first name? And this is just the first part of getting the first name. And the way we could do that is by saying scan.next, and name is a string. So we're going to do next line. That's what gives us a string from the user. And just for now, what I'm going to do is print out what we get here. So of course, we're going to need a variable here, first name, a string. So we're saying string first name equals scan.next line. So just to make sure that we got the right thing from the user and we're putting in the variable correctly, I'm just going to quickly print out what we're putting in the variable. So I'm going to run this, and it should ask me what my name is. I'm going to type in my name in here. I'm going to give input to the program, and then it's going to print out what I just typed. So let's say I say my name is Christina and I click enter. Once I click enter, it's going to go into this variable, and then we're going to print out the variable. So I'm going to click enter now, and you'll see it prints out my name. So we did get the variable correctly. Now I want to get the last name of the user. So here I could type in, what is your last name? Put a semicolon. And now I can get another variable, and I'm going to call it last name. Scan.next line, and last name will contain the last name that the user types in. So I'm going to execute this again. And now I'm no longer going to print out what I'm putting in these variables because I know it's correct. So I'm going to type in Christina, and then it's going to ask me what my last name is. I'm going to type in Alonzo, and the program is going to end. So last thing we need to get from the user is their age. So I'm going to ask, what is your age? And age should be an integer. So I'm going to say int age equals scan.next int, not next line because it's an integer. And then finally, I need a print statement that says hello. We're going to say hello to their first name, whatever they typed in, plus their last name. And we should probably have a space between their first name and last name. So I'm just going to do this. And then the last thing that we wanted is you will be 100 years old in a certain amount of years. So within these plus signs, I have to put the actual amount of years. So if I just put age here, it's just going to give me whatever age they typed in, but we actually want 100 minus that age, right? But you'll see we'll get a huge error here because it's confused as to what's going on here. So in order to fix this, all we have to do is put some parentheses. So whenever you want to do some math in here with the variables that you're passing into system.out.print, you need to just put some parentheses so that it sort of separates it from everything else going on. So let's go ahead and run this. So I'm going to put my first name, which is Christina. I'm going to put my last name. I'm going to put my age. And now it says, hello, Christina, you will be 100 years old in 76 years. So we said hello, we got the first name, we got the last name, then we have you will be 100 years old in, and then we do the math, 100 minus age, years. Now, if we wanted you will be 100 years old to be in a separate line, because it's all in one here, what we can do is either put our special character for new line, or we could put we can take this out and make a new system.out.print statement under it, and this one has a line, so it'll push the next one down. So that works as well. I'll show you both cases. This is the first, just adding the new line character. So here, let's use other names. So I can really type in anything I want. And you'll see that now that I put 15, the years will change here. 85 years, it'll be 100 years old. Hello, Samantha Perez. This went down to a new line. We do have a space here. That's why it pushed in, but you can always remove this space and it would have been aligned better here. The other way of doing this is removing all of this and keeping this. And since this has a print ln here, the next system.out.print will start on the following line. So all we'll have to do is remove this new line, because then it'll give us an additional line, and then fix this up here, and we should have the same result. So let's put Sam Smith, 2 years old. And now you see 98 years. And this is a good example of how we use a scanner and how we use it for strings, how we use it for ints, and a little more practice with concatenation of strings in here. And this will probably be the first time you see some math inside the system.out.print. This is allowed here